coming to the UK takes a lot of decision, a lot of determination. It takes you to really sit down and think about the pros and cons of it. Not only about UK, you need to think about you relocating to any parts of the world and know that is there something that you're going to benefit from that movement. Are you relocating because of your health? Or is it about your children, your family? Or is it because of job? You need to know why you want to relocate. You can't just relocate because people are relocating. You must be sure that there's something there for you to achieve. Recently, there has been a massive movement in terms of migration. People have relocated to different countries in the world, or in the name of wherever they are coming from does not suit them, or it's not as they want it, just for greener pasture, which is okay. But are you sure that you've got some plans that will make you to like survive without struggling? Normally, it will take time for you to settle down in a country, getting used to the environment and things like that. That is normal. But in terms of surviving, have you thought of the cost? Have you thought of how to get a job? Have you thought about accommodation and all that stuff? Most people are regretting right now relocating because they didn't really plan well. Somebody has encouraged them. Somebody has promised them to do this, and eventually they turned out that it was all a lie. Recently, someone told me she regretted relocating to the UK. I'm like, why do you have to regret that? She said they were cajoled, they were told a lot of sweet things, and she thought that was how it's gonna be. And the comment has really made her to like feel so depressed. She wasn't happy. I'm like, really? What do you mean? Are you working? What's the matter? She said what she's earning cannot even solve the house needs in terms of paying for bills, rent, childcare, and like that. And they are being restricted to a number of hours to do. And I'm like, wow, are you kidding? So she's thinking of relocating right now, either back to her country or to another place. And I felt really bad. She said, oh, we're not getting any benefit, no support. I'm like, well, in the UK, if you're on a visa status still renewing, there's every probability or every tendency that you won't be supported. Your children can't have access to a kind of benefits, except on some special circumstances, which means that you have to live by yourself. Nobody's going to support you. Family and friends can't support you because their hands are full already. So you need to decide and know that, oh yes, you are going to this place to survive all by yourself, not relocating because people are relocating. Some people have good jobs, but because there's massive movement, my friends are relocating, then they start coming up with some excuses that doesn't really worth it to quit their job, to resign, sell their assets, and to relocate. And then when they got here, because of the kind of like flashy life some people have displayed on the internet, on social media, they believe, oh, it's going to be rosy, my friends can be this. Everybody's cases is different. You can't be A, you can't be B. There will be some circumstances, there will be some conditions that your friend is going to like scale through that you can't even like mark at all. So you can't base your own life, you can't base your own well-being based on another person's criteria. You can't use someone's yardstick to measure yours. Everybody has to have their own yardstick, whatever what work for them, whatever suits their family life. If you think you are doing better in your in your country of origin, why the rush? Why do you want to move? Yes, it's true to like explore, go on holiday. Before you make up your mind, you can decide to like go to any country that you feel that's where you want to settle down. If you have your way, then come there to do some feasibility studies, try to make out some do some researches, ask people questions to know if it really worth it. Because you're going to struggle with accommodation, you're going to struggle with getting a good, suitable job. And if whatever you are earning back home can still sort your needs, you've got nannies, you've got family members that can look after the kids for you, and you are now here, and all those things you have to do them all by yourself and still need to put food on your table, then then you're going to suffer, you're going to struggle, because nobody's going to do that. Everybody want to work, everybody want to put food on the table, everybody want to pay their bills. So nobody's going to do your nanny job for you. And if you need to get a child minder, you're going to be paying heavily. And doesn't make any sense getting like about 2,500 and you're spending like over 1,000 pounds for child minder, and you still have rent to pay and all those things like that. It doesn't make any sense. If your job is suitable, if you are living a comfortable life in your country, you don't need to migrate. The only reason why you should migrate is if there is a security issue and this is really, really threatening and it's really, really disturbing your life, and that you think you're not really safe anymore, you need to relocate or get another place to like hide yourself to get your sanity. I agree with you. If you are in a country and you think that you are being threatened with abuse, domestic violence, people are after your life, maybe you can't do that. But if all these things are not in place, are not happening to you, and you are doing well, you have a good job, you've got good family support system, then you don't need to relocate. You can just be coming on a visiting visa to like visit, explore the world, to know. You don't need to like relocate. Then you now get to a country that you think is going to be better off. Then you are depressed, you're not happy. Oh my goodness. And because you've sold a lot of things, then nothing is left for you to fall back on when you decide to go back home. And you don't want to be a laughing stock to people that you've left behind, because you've oppressed some people indirectly, because they're like, oh, wow, somebody has moved, has relocated, and they don't know what you are facing. They don't know what you are going through. You don't want to give people wrong impression. You don't want people to be oppressed because of your own movement. That's why you should do it if it's necessary. If it's not necessary, there is no point moving, to be honest. Because these days it's so difficult getting a good job to do. Some people have come on a different visa route and they are struggling right now because they can't even that route is not really suitable. There are a lot of restrictions on it that is giving them trouble, that's not making them to move forward. Going back to school is a problem because you cannot afford the money and you need to do some courses to get you up the career ladder, but you can't do that right now because you've got a lot of commitment here and there. Then that makes it to be worrisome. That makes it to be like regretting your action. This video is to like call everybody to order. If you are still thinking of relocating to any country, it is good to do that if you have a good reason. If you don't have a good job and you have some money and you've done some feasibility studies that will make you to, if you don't have a job and you've got some money for business and you know you've made some research regarding that business and you could see that the business is lucrative, why don't you invest that money on that business and make good profit, do a good advert that will sell you out? If you put that money on student visa, or if you put that money on any other visa route, visiting, healthcare, whatever, and when you get here, you're not getting the return for all that you have spent, then you're gonna be depressed. Or the country that you've moved into, there are a lot of laws, there are a lot of terms and conditions that is not palatable, that is not suitable to your own family life, then that's gonna cause trouble. That is when you see people becoming cranky. If they are married, it's caused arguments in the family because everybody is depressed, everybody is hungry because you didn't make a wise decision. You need to think very well. You need to think. You need to look before you leave. You can't just move because people are moving. You don't need to come to the UK if you think UK does not have anything good to offer you based on your own personal circumstance. If you think America is the best for you, you've got a lot of options, you've explored it, and you think, oh yes, I can still walk in this place, I can find my way, I can find my bearing on this one, why don't you go there? You don't need to come to the UK, you don't need to go to Canada, you don't need to go to America, you don't need to go to Australia, you don't need to go to any European country because your friends are there. Yes, it's true, it's good to move to a place where you already have people that you think they're going to support you, but at times, the reverse is already the case. You'll be surprised that the help you think you're going to get from them, you won't get them because they are facing their own. And because people will not come out to tell you, I'm going through this and that. Many years ago, when I struggled with getting a visa, I didn't tell anybody. Most people don't know I was facing this. They just believe, oh, Toby's in abroad, Toby's doing well, Toby has this and that. I know what I was battling with. I know that my life was at a standstill because I haven't got my papers sorted out. So if you are relocated to the UK, or because I'm there as at that time, then you're your own. Because when you now come and you feel, oh, Toby's in the UK already, she spent this years and years, she's going to support me. And then you are surprised when I say, oh, guys, this is my situation. And because you counted on me, then how are we going to sort it out? How are you going to move on then? So you don't need to move to a country because your friends are moving. You don't need to go to a country because you think, oh, they have my own kind of job. What if your kind of job there does not suit your personal condition? Because there will always be different terms and conditions for different occupation. So if wherever you're coming from, you have a good job that can support your family, you're doing well, why do you need to quit that job to relocate? If you don't have any issue with security, nobody's threatening your life, you don't need to relocate. You can only go to another country on holiday to ease tension, to have fun. You don't need to relocate because people are doing that. Please think about it before you relocate to any country of the world, so that you won't be stuck in the middle. All right, now, if my content suits you, if you like my kind of content, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel? Follow me on all my social media handles, like and share my page, comment in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Take care and bye.